Ooh, the opener really hyped us up this
Oh
time.
my god!
Hey.
I was like, this is a good one.
What's up, guys? This is Carla Vasquez with Carla V Thinks Out Loud, episode 13. We are lucky number 13 with AMarie Castillo.
Yes,
part-time bro.
I know the name thing.
Part-time bro.
What up?
What's up? Thanks for being here, man.
So excited to be here. Was nervous about all this traffic in Albuquerque these days.
Yeah.
But we made it in time.
They like to crash around here because nobody knows how to go
merge.
It's a merging thing.
Blinkers
and merging. I've gone over this.
Maybe they're just unaware.
Can we just teach adults classes again?
Well, I'm I guess we've been driving for a long time though. Maybe they should have one every couple years or something.
In Phoenix, I still have my ID from from Phoenix even. And it expires in 2065. I don't know if I should be driving.
That's so funny. I kind of just want to go to Phoenix and claim I'm an Arizonian so I don't have to ever go to MVD ever again.
Yeah, I hope they don't make us get actual ones because I've been keeping my Arizona one so that I don't have to renew it.
Fun fact.
Which is fun. Fun fact. We're here with comedian. Sports comedian.
I say sports comedian.
I like sports comedian.
Because I don't when you do multiple things, it's kind of like brand. It's I even got an email today doing something tomorrow, a segment, and they're like, we have you as a writer, podcaster, comedian, sports analyst. I'm like, I just cut it all out and say sports comedian.
I like it. Sports comedian. And now on the radio, sports broadcasting. Or what are you exactly doing?
I mean, I produce and I'm a personality. So I'm on air and producing. So I'm Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. on the OD and the AM. Doing the sports show on here locally in Albuquerque, downtown Albuquerque.
Yeah, and what station is that?
610 and 95.9 FM.
Listen, my sportsies. Even if you're not a sportsy, maybe learn from AMarie.
My grandma hates sports and she's loving it. I don't know if she loves it because she, grandmas and aunts are hey, moms are but she. Thank you, I appreciate it.
Yeah, all your info there.
But and they've been having me fill in on other spots too, and just I'm doing promos for them now for NFL Sundays. Wow. They're like, hey, you want to get paid to go sit at a bar and watch football? I'm like, yes.
Dude,
no, sounds awful.
Dude, that's awesome.
I was like, this is the dream.
Yeah, getting paid to do what you want to be doing anyway.
Oh my gosh, isn't that the point?
You're doing that a lot these days now.
Trying. Yeah.
Manifesting your destiny.
Manifesting.
Because you've you're now back in Albuquerque.
Yes, 35 years old.
I know you,
yes.
But for those watching that do not know AMarie.
Yes.
So you are back now.
I'm back.
Being gone 18 years.
Yeah, so I left in 2005, and now it's 2021. So I was 18, now I'm 35. Got back about 6 months, March, whatever math that is, 6 months ago.
About there.
Weird, been a weird year, but I like that I came back to Albuquerque in my 30s. I think I had to get out. Just me personally, I don't hate on Albuquerque. I just was one of those people that had to get out. Mm-hmm. It's just funny. We joke about the land of entrapment, but it happened.
I left many a times, and now I'm back.
I'm back. Even those unfortunate circumstances, I think it's working out, and I actually appreciate Albuquerque now that I'm older. It's not. I never hated it. I just had to get out. I was I just know my personality. I had to go experience life, and I lived in LA and New York from 2005 to 2021.
So that's cities.
Well, it's weird though, because I left when I was a senior, graduating senior in high school, and I left my whole adult life. So dating, figuring out yourself, jobs, career paths, I never experienced that in Albuquerque. And then I come back at 35 and I'm it's a little different.
Yeah, I bet the dating scene is very different from those cities as well. Or do you think it's the same everywhere?
I think I know you know my boyfriend Kyle. He's wonderful. Shout out to him. But I think I lucked out because one, he isn't from Albuquerque. No offense to Albuquerque dudes, but I grew up here. And but it's weird because I wasn't planning on meeting the love of my life, but it happened. But anyways. Aww. I know. So cute. Gross. Throw up. We're that gross couple, though.
They're the cutest, though.
But we're gross.
I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan.
But we're the gross couple. You're gross. Get out of here.
No, people need to believe in love again.
You know what's crazy?
Right now, nobody fucking believes in shit.
You know what's crazy, Carla? I just love people when I got into a relationship, like my goal was always to find like my like partner, my person, like in my 30s. Like I was always a weird kid, you know, like I'm not saying just girls, but like I, you know, like I want to go to college, get married. I was like, no.
Oh yeah.
I was like, no. Like when I'm like 35, I'm gonna become like a second wife. Like, you know what
amazing.
I mean? Like I just like always knew like I didn't want to like, I don't know, get married and have kids right away. I was like, no.
I'll wait for the first wave and then I'll jump on. It's a great plan, though. That's kind of my plan.
I know. It's kind of like I had a lot of fun in my 20s and 30s. It's like it's time. No, but I always wanted to find my partner, so I lucked out. But man, it is so weird going from a huge city when you have like 8 million options to coming here, and it's like, okay, I definitely could like look this guy up on Instagram. Find one mutual friend, call that friend. That friend's dating that guy. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
it's still a small city in that kind of way.
It's such a small city.
Yeah,
so.
everybody that like starts following me, I'm like, mutual friends. How do I know you? I'm like, okay, but big cities, that's definitely a lot. But I think that I don't know. Maybe that's overwhelming too to have too much thrown at you. I don't know.
Yeah, I've never been.
I'm like, I'm a small town girl. I'm like,
just a small town girl.
But I won't ever settle. Do you think you'll stay here for a while?
Yes, definitely. With my current circumstances, helping raising my nephew, I definitely will. I always dreamt about moving to the Midwest and settling down with my comedy and sports career. Since you're in comedy, and I'm trying to contribute to the scene here.
Yes.
I love New York City. I love LA. I've done both markets. Love big cities in general. But my brand and who I am does well in the Midwest, and you kind of, I mean,
do you say that from like touring and
I've done
that?
So I've been doing comedy for like about 13 years, but like a mix of producing, I say primarily hosting, but like I also started touring a lot, headlining, and
nice.
I just love the Midwest in general. I have a lot of roots there too, and big sports towns, and
you're a Vikings fan.
I am sadly. No, I'm just kidding. I love my Vikes.
Would you go to Minnesota?
It was okay. So the craziest thing, not to make this like we call it a wee segment, but like acting like people know me who are listening, but you know me. Yeah. And Kyle's from Indy, and before the pandemic, I was kind of tired of New York in general. I love New York. The stage time is unreal. I could get on stage 5 times a night, 7 days a week. I mean, that's unreal. I'm not saying it's paid.
Right,
but
it's
yeah,
and it keeps you hungry, I'm sure, for
and just when you're in the circles and cliques, just like there's cliques here too, but I'm saying like I can always get up on stage. Every night I could get up on stage. I mean, that has been the hardest transition for me as a comedian here, because then like I'm not being negative, so then if I'm doing one big set at Hollow Spirits once a month, or Revel, or even the amazing open mics at like Inside Out or Tractor or whatever it is, or Sidewinders, it's like I was like, I have to force so much into one. Like I get so
like because you don't have all the ones who work out like different things. You're like, just like 5 minutes.
Like if I need to try out Type 5, I could call a friend in New York and be like, and they'll let me on their show. You know what I mean? Here I'm like, okay, I gotta. It's not a negative thing. It's just like I'm always optimistic, so I'm just trying to adjust to here with less shows. But I guess, so I'm trying to help it here. But the whole point is Indy, going back to that, Kyle's from Indy, and his plan was to go move back to Indy. And it's funny, before the pandemic, I was like, all right, I'm going to move to Indy or Minneapolis for my sports media career, and then comedy, because, you know, you make more money on the road, too. People think in New York and LA you make money. You don't. I mean, you can, but... It's very oversaturated,
Do you enjoy the touring, though?
I enjoy the touring. A lot of people value comedy more outside the big cities, because like it's just like dating, just like anything else. It's like, okay, I can get this anywhere. Impress me. Like in the Midwest, they're like, oh, this is so exciting. Like little towns in Ohio, they're like, we love this.
Yes.
You are everything. You know.
It's true.
So
I even just went to Clovis, and I was like, Clovis loved us.
I crushed in Clovis.
It's so great. Who knew?
Crushing in Dayton, Ohio. Gotta say, every time I've crushed. But yeah, so nothing like bombing in the Village for 2 people at midnight at a dive bar in New York, though. I gotta say, that really hits you. But I was gonna. Kyle's from Indy, wanted to move back to Indy after he was out of the Air Force, and it's so funny because I was gonna move to Indy right before the pandemic.
Really, that was your other decision?
I swear to God, dude, we're meant to be. What?
Yeah, that was your like.
Yeah, because I have family there. yeah, my family and nephew might have moved there, like if they wanted to. Just like I was so weird, and so when I met him, I was like, that's so weird. I was gonna move to Indy. And you want to move to Indy. Minneapolis and Minnesota, just the winters are rough. So
yeah, that's why I don't like the Midwest. I like the weather here. Weather talks because it's like everything, but like not too much. I was in Kansas.
It affects you.
Yeah,
the weather
I was in Lawrence,
affects
Kansas
you.
for like almost 6 years, and it was.
That's why you like college basketball.
Yeah, KU. I was there in 2008 when they won. Fun times.
I think I was too.
They were up there, but yeah, KU, Rock Chalk, Jayhawks. But yeah, Kansas was too brutal of winters. I'm like, I'm going back to the Southwest. Family is there, and I just feel more comfortable.
You know, and also with the Southwest is, I agree with you 110%. Like I don't like how hot it is still at the end of September, and I don't ever remember growing up this being this hot late in September. But like when you wake up in the morning right now, it's like getting cold.
Yeah, I haven't had to put like my AC on or anything.
You know what I was laughing at, just because now I told you I'm coming back after being gone for so long, is like I remember us bundling up for the balloon fiesta as little kids. I'm like, were we wusses? Like, why were we so cold at the balloon fiesta growing up? Like I've lived in like
it is October.
No, it's
right?
It is. It's.
But now, yeah.
You never went to a balloon fiesta?
Honestly, no. Well, I'm not from here technically.
Have you ever been in a hot air balloon?
Yes, but in White Sands.
That's so random.
I didn't live here until like 2014. Then I moved away and then
Wait,
came back.
what made you go into hot air balloon White Sands?
Oh, my dad was the superintendent of White Sands.
Oh, no
and they were offering
and NBD.
And he was at petroglyphs too. Anyway, but
that's really cool.
Yeah, he was
what
in
the heck?
He was in the National Park Service for 42 years.
That's a serious job.
So we lived in Grand Canyon, and not in, but at the Grand Canyon, like Yosemite, White Sands, Joshua Tree.
Dude.
All these like national parks. That's beautiful really cool. Places. I wouldn't give it up for anything, man. That's why I say I'm a small town girl, but really it was like villages that we lived in.
But it's more like National Monument girl.
Yeah. National Monument. I'm a park brat.
I went to in Charleston, like where the Civil War started, and I got in a really deep conversation who's like the head of that. Like it kind of reminds me, I don't know, it's not the same job or title that your dad does.
Might run
but it's crazy though, because his job is crazy.
Just to like show, I call them the hippies of the government.
Yeah.
Like they just get paid to like keep things really cool, and it's like federal pay and federal like
yeah, he's like a government job. So
yeah,
that's crazy though, because White Sands, I haven't been there since. See all these places I want to go like revisit as a kid.
To high school in Alamogordo.
Oh, you did? Oh, fun fact.
There's some like Alamogordo people up here now, and it's weird. I like run into them.
Oh, of course.
Here and there, but then I moved away for a long time, and then came back because my dad retired from petroglyphs here, and I want to be closer to family.
Of course. No, and that's why I'm happy I'm back. I'm happy to be back with family. And
yes.
it's
and as you get older, it's like, important to be at least somewhere in the vicinity. And a day's driving distance is nice.
Well, and you and I both have been through like death.
Yes.
Death close to us with our parents. And like, I think that alters your life. And I'm not saying necessarily in a negative way, but it made me prioritize what's really important to me.
For sure.
And I'm not saying I was like, I'm going to give up my dream. Like people were so worried that I was going to give up my career or whatever in New York City. I was like, no, guys, you can do it anywhere these days. Mm-hmm. That's what I always love when I come on a podcast to tell people. You can, thank God for technology and the pandemic, because that taught me. I was like, you can literally do anything anywhere. I got my sports media career from my pandemic quarantine lockdown of a room with my laptop, my Yeti mics, my everything. You know what I mean? I was like, I'm going to do it now.
I love it.
Yeah.
The podcast. Oh, and you're still doing, you're not doing the Coffee with AMarie though, are you?
I was doing Coffee with AMarie because I was here for 6 months in land of Manana. I love Albuquerque, but it's hard. It was a big adjustment to go from New York to here between comedy and all my other content and material. And we're coming out of a pandemic. And I was like, it was like trying to get shows going here or spots or like trying to figure out like work. And I was like, so I'm very into mindfulness, big part of my part-time platform. But I started doing Coffee with AMarie during the pandemic because having a cup of coffee is like my favorite part of my day, next to having like a margarita or a White Claw. Thanks for the White Claw, by the way.
I got you.
But I started a mindfulness segment because a lot of people were alone in the pandemic. And I'm a big advocate on mental health. So I was like, I'm just going to go on and just talk about whatever. Like at the beginning of my day, I try to meditate and like set intentions for the day. So I thought I'd just share that with people. And people loved it.
It's great. I would watch it. I saw I was starting my day for a while when you were doing it.
I know. Now I have like a job. I'm like, sorry, guys. Good luck.
No, today I was watching Jess Wood's Get Wood. I was like, just watch my friend's podcast and they cheer me up.
Yeah. No, it's good though. I think it's good
your
to
mindfulness, I like.
Spread awareness.
I like that.
And I didn't hold back, and it was really real. Like, I didn't have makeup on or my ring light. I just threw up whether I was ready for the day or not ready, I just wanted to send some intentions, and it resonated with people. Like, even if I was going through something, it maybe related to something else in their life.
Yes.
That's what's really
cool. We
can
all relate.
And we all need that. And comedy does the same thing. So, so it was a good
we can lose ourselves in other people's things, but also relate. This one big consciousness that's cheesy and hippie stuff.
We're so cheesy. We're so cheesy.
No, but I do like it, and especially being busy all the time and not having, I'd say office. I mean, everybody gets stressed, but when you have, I imagine what you do, you're kind of all over the place, and it can get stressful.
Right.
So being
I'm a very routine person too. I got out of routine. Moving back here, very unknown. I'm like, okay, I'm back. I'm grieving over my mom. I'm raising my nephew. I'm co-parenting with my stepdad. I'm like, this is a weird situation.
I don't have a sitcom happening.
I know, NBC sitcom. I'm like, then I relapsed with a fuck boy from high school, and then then I meet the love of my life. I mean, it is a sitcom.
Mm-hmm. You're doing it. You should write it.
I'm trying.
Write it
NBC. Here we are.
We got Netflix and things here and production.
I know. I was already thinking about it. I was like, but it really
is.
It's like a cheesy NBC sitcom, but it's all working out.
But like a meaningful one, like this.
The
ones that make you cry and laugh.
Yeah. This Is Us is a little too much tears.
Yeah, that's so funny. That's the one I thought of first, but that one's too much. That one in the
mine would be a little more darker. Like mine would be a mix of Louis show, but it'd be comedy, but This Is Us, but it'd be a dark,
less emotional
rom-com. I don't know, less emotional, but it'd be real, dark. It'd be dark.
I would watch that.
I know, because we're both dark people.
I know. I was at the
people are like, you're so optimistic, but you're so dark. I'm like, yeah, but you can be that.
Yeah, you can. I can always see silver linings. I always see the impending doom, and I'm like, okay, silver lining. Let's run with that. You gotta know what's coming for you, but then how to react to it. I guess I don't know.
Yeah.
Is that paranoia? Who knows?
I know. I was thinking what network my sitcom would be. I was like, maybe FX. Maybe FX. I don't know.
Oh, that would be a good one for it, actually.
Yeah.
I could see that one because they had that Mary. I used to watch shit on that. You've done acting, or have you?
Okay. I don't know. I don't want to know if I want to label myself an actor, but it's I don't like the term fake it till you make it, but I kind of do because I just kind of take opportunity. I'm an opportunist. So I was approached to audition for some movies, and they're like, oh, you should. Are you an actress? I'm like, sure. I've kind of just run with stuff at times. And,
I like it.
And so I've been in some independent films. I'm not saying they made the whatever, but it's so funny. I just kind of faked it, and I got some roles.
Dude, fuck yeah. Anything we can watch?
I wonder. I want to say I want to watch this movie. Actually, I never got to see it. No, I play. What's funny is my stage name is AMarie, but as you know me as Allie, because that's what people called me growing up in Albuquerque. I will never forget this when they casted me as a comedic host, and I think it was New Orleans. I was hosting a variety show in the movie, and they're like, "Yeah, your name will be Allie." I'm like, hilarious. That's so funny. So I'm gonna look up if we can watch this movie because it'd be really great.
Should. What's the name of it?
I'm trying to.
Are you able to look up to see if we can watch this movie?
I'm gonna look it up. We'll put. No, I don't know why. Transit Blues.
Transit Blues.
I don't know if you can watch it online, but it was a old independence movie, a
real sad?
B movie. No, it was a musician who wanted to make it and blah 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 blah. Transit Blues. But yeah, so and I attempted modeling, and I've done it all.
Ooh, yeah, being tall, the modeling. I'm sure everybody.
Yes.
Oh snap!
Yeah.
Where can you watch it?
I don't think you can watch it. I don't know if you can watch it, but I was
after several years.
Oh, here we
run-ins.
go. Lawrence, Mississippi. Diddy bitty bee. I don't know if they have a trailer, but anyways, yeah, I'm in this movie.
Watch this.
That's so
I'm just
funny.
interested. I really am into sad bastard in the
Chuck,
movie.
he's such a good friend of mine.
Chuck English.
Yeah, I'm not a top cast, obviously, but anyways, that's so funny. I'm like, do they have
And that was in New
no.
York?
Yeah, it was so. And how funny is this? The first place I started doing comedy, that's where they filmed it. It couldn't have any been more fate. Like, it was so weird. I was bartending.
Dude, fuck yeah.
I got a lot of like gigs and stuff out of bartending. I think like that's your auditioning your personality in general. And they auditioned me, my friend Chuck, and sent me the location. I was like, oh my God, that's so weird. That's where I started doing comedy. And you're calling me Allie as my cast character. So it's kind of like a weird, like
the universe is not, I always call them like nods from the universe that you're like,
I was
right
like,
space.
yeah,
like
totally
like,
on the right track. So
yeah, like a little.
It was so weird. It was so weird. I was like, this is like, it just felt, I was like, I don't know. I was like, all right, so I should keep doing this.
Hell yeah. And then you were like, so during all that time doing acting, all of this stuff, you were as a job an au pair, am I right?
Yeah, well, I say nanny because au pair is kind of like fancy for like living.
I was trying to make you sound fancy.
Fancy.
You didn't live in?
I
wouldn't want to.
They're practically my family. The family I nannied for 13 years. It's funny. I got to talk to them today. I was so excited to catch up with them. I know I've been grieving that too, but it was kind of good to push me outside my comfort zone. Like, nannying for a family for 13 years is a long time, especially I was hired for the 4-month-old who's now 13 and going on 14 on November 8th.
You've seen like
and we're so
stages of the kid's life.
I mean, he's so attached to me, so I feel bad. It's a weird thing, like these kids being ripped out, and then I had two twins who are now 16. So like I've watched them grow up, and then me to go through all this, and it was great. So nanny and bartending was my primary things. I've done some weird gigs, like worked at jewelry stores and club promoting. Oh. I found out you could get paid to party. Like, you bring models to clubs and they pay you like $20 a person. I'm like, wait,
what does that entail to like promote? Like,
it's kind of like a bringer in comedy. Like,
you just bring random girls.
You bring hot girls to clubs and they pay you.
You just go out to the streets and like, hotties.
Well, that's
you hotties.
I think that's why they hired me, because I'm a girl. So like, I'm not a creepy guy like in your BBM that ages me. But in New York, like, it's like when I was club promoting, they had the Blackberries and you could BBM people or whatever, or AOL Instant Messenger, and they're like, they would send me out to go get girls, but like I get paid to just.
Where'd you get the girls? That sounds so.
No, like you know me. Like,
you sound like a pimp.
I kind of
go get my girls.
Well, because you get paid to bring girls to clubs, which I'm like, this is the dumbest job, because I was so broke at that point. I was like, this is awesome. Oh, you're telling me I get paid to bring girls to clubs or whoever, good-looking people. So that was an interesting job. With my nannying job too, I also was like a housekeeper, so I also would pick up extra. I love cleaning. I'm a weirdo, like like Monica Geller. Like I'm not that neurotic. That's a Friends reference for all you people that don't watch Friends or have no heart, or who have no heart, or have dated someone who's like makes you want to kill yourself. They watch Friends all the time, like I do. But anyway, so
I used to watch it when I was like depressed. It's weird.
It's a comfort show. It's always been a comfort show for me.
It's weird.
And it's weird. I've seen every episode 20 million times.
That one and How I Met Your Mother, like
me
real,
too.
sad.
Me too. Well, not sad.
But like
it's comfort for
going
me.
through something.
Do you ever have that show you can just throw on if you can't sleep? That's mine. So.
Yeah, New Girl a little bit. Anyway.
But this is actually a really good story. So one of my weirdest jobs was I would do some housekeeping for like friends or acquaintances I met. Like, get paid like $100 something to go clean an apartment. And you're right. Yeah. I would doing. I'm always hustling. And I remember okay, and I'm not being racist or stereotyping or whatever, but okay, I don't look like your average housekeeper in like New York City. Okay, so I show up to this finance.
So funny for prefacing that.
Well, I'm sorry, but like it's. I go to the financial district in New York, which, fancy, or wherever, and my dude works in finance. There's a stereotype in New York, and I show up in like my not Lululemon, I say SoulCycle, but like sports bra and leggings. I look like a basic girl who's hungover on Sunday going to brunch, and a girl opens the door. I'm like, hi, like I'm not like here to see the dude.
Yeah. Oh,
she didn't. Okay, but like if I show up in the morning. Who's this girl?
I would be a little like,
I'm the housekeeper. Yeah. And she's like, sure.
She's the housekeeper. It seems like some sort of.
I'll never forget that. And he's like, he just had a random hookup, and I was like, okay, so I'm gonna come in, and this is awkward now.
Sorry for ruining your morning sex.
He got mad at me because he had toothbrushes for all of his different girls, and I threw them all away one day just because there was just like a bunch. Like, I'm very like detail oriented. He
had toothbrushes for. Oh my god.
I don't know. I can't really. Yeah, this is a long time ago, but
I mean, I guess that's nice. Okay.
Yeah, I've had some interesting.
I found
jobs.
the closet before
I've had some
at somebody's
interesting
house
jobs.
of exes things.
Oh, really?
Or their current people's things.
Totally.
Yeah, like saw a closet and guest room, be like, why do you have all these girls' clothes and toothbrushes and sandals and slippers?
I guess I'm kind of like.
Anyway,
I think I'm kind of jaded because of New York too. Because like, just the dating pool. I'm not trying to be negative, but like I didn't realize I was like, I'm never gonna meet my husband here, and I want to get married someday. Like, and it's fun. Dating's fun, but I'm not saying it's not possible in New York. I just think it's just like such a young. It's just a chapter of your life, and just there's so many options. I mean, you never see. I mean, I obviously went through my series of relationships there, but that's a story for another time.
Just kidding. Hookups and hang-ups and hookups with AMarie.
Hang-up and hookups in New York. It is.
Wait, and then what's that different from like LA, like the dating scene?
I was really young in LA and innocent. So
you went there first.
So I went to LA, went to college in LA. A lot of people don't know this. I went to fashion school, and I was an innocent girl. I was actually like a virgin in college. People are like, really? Wow. I'm like, what are you saying? Okay.
Oh,
wow.
Where's the award? Do we have her award? It's coming.
Yeah, I sometimes this is really dark. I'm like, oh, moms, I can say any stories now because mom just watched from heaven yelling at me. But I lost my virginity at USC actually. Like,
were you going to USC or was it at?
Oh hell no! I'm not that smart. Albuquerque Public
USC.
Well, I went to fashion school in downtown LA. There's no dudes there that want to have sex with
LA?
me. No, no, but like at fashion school.
Right. Okay. Yeah, fashion school boys.
No, they didn't want me. Unfortunately, they didn't want like a D1 athlete. They wanted like,
either a man or.
So you would go to USC to meet dudes, and we met a good group of dudes there, and like I eventually lost my virginity to like one of my guy friends. But it's what's weird. I don't know if you ever went through this. I don't know what time. We didn't have to talk about it when you lost your virginity, but.
Yeah, 16.
Yeah, all my friends lost it. I was the late one. Everyone thought I was a lesbian or like,
and I was 16.
Yeah, I was the late one. I was 20. Okay. Yeah, and I got thrown up all over the first time I had.
Shut up. Wait, tell me.
It's actually a really good story. That's why I brought it up.
Tell me.
That's why I brought it up. I don't care anymore. I don't like. I share all my stories now.
I love it.
Between that and my Vegas story, I just like they're my two best sex stories.
Sex stories. I love it.
Well, I don't know if they're that, but no, great dude who I lost my virginity to. He was a good friend of mine at the time. I hope he's doing well.
You knew him before this?
Yeah, we're like friends. But you know what I found weird, and I'm still trying to write a joke about this, is like no guys wanted to take my virginity because they thought I'd get attached.
Oh, that's funny.
Like guys like I
can't
can't take her virginity. I'm like, how good do you think you are?
And probably too that you were a little bit older than like. Not older,
she's
but like
you were 20,
they're
20?
like, oh, at 20, she's definitely going to fall in love. When you're 16, they kind of expect like, nah, it's like one and done or like.
That 30 seconds, she's going to fall in love. No, I'm not. I don't want to take away. Anyways, it was like, it was like a romantic night of wine pong at USC.
Wine pong.
Oh, could you imagine? Imaginary beer pong.
Dude,
imagine
that sounds,
wine pong. The worst.
I've never played that. That sounds crazy. I played a lot of beer pong. That's wild.
Okay, wine pong. Like, think about how already, and we're not like in our 30s drinking wine. We're drinking wine at 20. So I don't even know what kind of wine I was drinking.
Carla Rossi jugs. Wait, is that what
France? Carla box wine, whatever. No,
Franzia.
Whatever it is.
Whatever's the cheaper of Franzia.
Anyway, it's so funny. So losing the virginity. My best friend walks in. She's like, oh yeah, and she just turns around. She thought we were just hanging out in there. We have some emo music, like something corporate going on in the back.
God. I was such something corporate.
Okay, it was Constantine, by the way, too.
Of course it was.
Okay, but of course he thought he could last the whole song. Just kidding. No, I don't. He's a nice dude.
That's a pretty long song.
I know. I was like, wow, we're being confident right now. We're being confident right now. 10-minute song.
Depends what version. Yeah.
That's.
I love that.
This is so funny.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
great.
I can't believe I'm sharing this
I
story,
love
but I
it.
don't care. So, anyways, so it's like my first time doing the dibbity, and you're just it's weird. And anytime the first time you have sex, I don't care if you're whatever it is.
Shoot. First time with like somebody new.
Anyone. Well, I think with anyone new, your new partner, right? So
Yeah.
I thought he was finishing, and he threw up everywhere.
Ew. Like
I was
on
like,
you?
oh, this is what I waited for.
What position were you in?
I was a missionary, but
So it was like on you.
I hope my grandma's watching this right now.
On
She
you.
follow my Facebook. What?
Hey, Graham, don't
By
put
the way,
this as
no.
a clip.
I just always think it's a good story, and
No.
I have one more good.
Wait,
story
I need
for you.
more details. Hold on.
I mean,
it
I was
on
20
your,
and drunk.
like, body, or was he?
No, he
off
kind
to
of
the
went to
side.
the side, but you know what I mean. It's like, always
some
be my
backslide.
constant. Oh my god.
Oh, I hope for your sake it was just.
No,
like,
he's a
liquidy
nice
and not
dude. We
chunky.
were 20. Like, come on, like whatever. USC.
Did you try again?
No,
Aw.
he's a good dude though. But anyways, so
Nobody got to finish.
years later, he found out he took my virginity. He felt really bad. So, because they're my college group of guy friends. So I was like, whatever. I just wanted to get out of the way. Good story
Okay,
for a
so it was
podcast.
like a
Who knew?
friend.
15 years later, I'd be telling on a podcast.
Mine was in a car with a friend too. I was like, I want to get this out of the way.
Well, I think
hey,
it's like
I want it to be tonight. You and I are cool. You're not creepy to me. Do you want to? And he was like, okay. It was in his car.
Carla,
It was
you're
very
such a chill
uncomfortable.
person. I feel like you still do that. You're like, hey, dude, like
I am still that person.
I just need to have sex. Like, can we just get this over with?
Oh yeah.
Let's get this done.
That's pretty much how it goes.
And
Because
now,
I don't know. I don't have game.
now you do actually. You play like you don't. You're no dummy.
Oh, thanks.
And then
yeah,
yeah,
I got this. Okay, so then what was the next one?
The only other good story
The
I have for you,
Vegas?
sex wise. Well, not even sex wise, just like as like a young girl, like dumb. I was 21, so just a year later. I was here after LA and New York. In between, I came here real quick and then went to New York. And I was at a Taking Back Sunday. It's like a reunion concert.
We liked all the same music.
Oh, dude, I was
They did a 10-year reunion.
Yeah,
for that.
so I
also
was
went to
at
in Kansas. That's
Sunshine
funny.
Theater, and
It's
I was
funny.
sitting back, actually, like not in the crowd. I was 21, so I was like, I'm cool now. I can get the drinks. Like, I'm not this kid like I was in Albuquerque, like growing up.
Yeah.
So I was sitting back and I'm drinking God knows what. And a guy lost control in the mosh pit, and he like went up and like hit my teeth, and it just like hit it the perfect moment. Like it
Ow.
didn't hurt, but it just like my tooth. I busted my tooth out, my front tooth. And at the time I was trying to be a model, and my friends were all drunk laughing, like, there's America's Next Top Model with no teeth. So I went and got,
Perfect
then I moved to New York. Actually, luckily enough, started working for a dentist, so I had temporary teeth, and went to Vegas for my roommate's 21st birthday. Wow. So this is where I just want to give you a little backstory why I have fake teeth, because it's like really weird. But my friend's teeth are fake.
Mine too.
So I go to Vegas, and once again, I'm like freshly new having the sex. Obviously,
you
heard.
I've
I've had sex like 3 times, or like
Before
I'm
this,
yeah,
or
like
3 times,
the
yeah.
USC, and
That's the time you want.
I've had sex about 3 times at this point. And so we're at Vegas, and we're like at New York, and I don't know if that's foreshadowing, I don't know, whatever. But anyways, these like business dudes are like buying us Patron, and we felt all like, like, oh, these guys like us. We're 21. We're dumb. This guy invited me up to his room. I was like, yeah, I'm going to do this again. Hopefully not get thrown up on.
Yeah.
And so, like, we're in, douchebags, jabronis. We're in the room. He pours shots. I have temporary teeth in. I take the shot, and my teeth fall out.
Into the shot
Now,
glass?
looking back at 35, I would be like, we're still doing this. Like,
Yeah.
I'm a confident, badass bitch now. Or I'd be like, no, bitch, I don't care about my teeth. We're doing this.
That's true. Yeah, I hear you. I got partial dentures, and I've had to take them out like right before, like, be like, hold up, we're kissing, but let me take these out before I go down, like, because they might fall out and hurt you.
But also,
Real
like,
sexy, guys.
I'm wasted.
Larry's face right now, he's just like, why would anyone ever fuck you? Like, anyway, these are newer. I don't know. I've only experienced it twice.
I love it. I love it so much.
But so then you get
So
your
the
teeth
teeth
fall
are out, and I'm like, and then like also I'm like, these are like my 21 years. I'm insecure. I'm a lost little puppy.
Yeah, that age is hard.
It's a weird age.
It's like a second puberty
I'm like,
almost.
he's like, you should go. I'm like, okay. Yeah, yeah, for real, Larry. You're a grown ass man. Now I'd be like,
because 21-year-old boys think they can like get.
no, this wasn't a 21-year-old boy. These are like finance dudes.
And they said no.
I wonder. I don't know how. I actually don't know how old he is, but like, I bet I guarantee you, I'm still a story at this point, just like I'm saying on this podcast. What? Anyways, okay, so you're in your Vegas apparel, right? I'm in like little hooker dress, heels, like my little clutch. I have my teeth in my hand. Like, my roommates are dispersed. Like, I'm trying to get back to Paris, whatever the hell it's called in Vegas. We have a room at Paris or whatever it's called. And I'm like, I go to Walgreens, get dental glue because I didn't know what else to do. Oh, I go back to the room. I have no teeth again. And my roommates were hammered. They're like, this is so funny. Like, no one can get my teeth back in.
Oh, and we're all helping you?
Yeah, you're hammered at 21. You want to go eat cheese fries or whatever. And so, like, I just leave my teeth and we go eat food. So fun. Anyways, those are my two entertaining stories. No.
I can't believe he kicked you out.
Dude, isn't that crazy? That's why I always tell a story if we're getting into just random conversation. Like, I always think it's good for your viewers. It's very entertaining. It's such a good Vegas story.
Yeah. In Vegas.
I wish I could remember this guy, his name, or what he looked like. I would definitely look him up and be like, dude, I talk about it on a podcast all the time.
Maybe he's like gay and he didn't know it. And then, like,
nah, dude.
Like he was pretending, and then, I think that stopped him. But then later, he's like, maybe I think
he's the kind of dude who like probably would like, I don't know, like want you to wear makeup all the time. I don't know, just like one of those douchebag dudes.
Wear makeup if you have a day off. Wear makeup.
Like you can't gain a pound. Or like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah.
I'm gonna help dress you when we go out. Wear the jewelry I pick. I've had another two.
You've had? Well, I haven't had that, but I just imagine he's kind of like, I don't know. You're drunk in Vegas. It's like two.
Those
after
guys
two.
Are real weird.
Yeah.
Those are the same guys that are like, there's a tiny bit of stubble downstairs. I won't do this.
Yeah, he probably told his friends he banged me. That's my favorite part. Dudes are such douchebags. He's like, yeah, I railed her and she had no teeth.
Remember that toothless broad you banged? They're telling that story right now.
Model who had no teeth.
Yeah.
Remember that model from New Mexico who had no teeth? That was before Breaking Bad, so that would be not a good reference.
I know that sounds like model from New Mexico. They're like, where? Huh?
Uh-huh.
Oh my gosh. How do we even come back from this?
I don't even know. Teeth? I don't know.
Yeah, the teeth thing. And my front teeth are fake too. I just have like teeth issues and bone issues and got osteoporosis kind of young. And like they're falling apart like at my roots. Consolation and whatever. But they're like falling apart at the roots basically. My front teeth just like crumbled one day while I was eating a Subway sandwich. Fuck Subway. Anyway.
Yeah.
And they're tuna.
You should eat
they're
better.
Fake tuna. No, it was like
you should eat better
10
sandwiches.
years ago. Yeah.
Bocadillos is really good.
This was like 10 years ago, and then they crumbled, and it was in December, and luckily the dentist got me an emergency because, like, in the next 2 days I was going to be leaving to El Paso for Christmas, so I literally had to get my two front teeth for Christmas. Isn't that a song? Something about my two front teeth.
Yeah, well, someone pulled out my two front teeth at the Take Back Sunday concert and in Vegas and wouldn't bang me. Blue balls by my front teeth.
Oh, my gosh. Blue balls by the front teeth.
Something
that should
like
be your
that.
comedy album.
Yeah.
The name of your comedy
Name 3
album.
Players is my comedy album. Coming out this year.
I like that.
Good segue.
Okay, so have you done you've done the comedy album?
Okay, so I was supposed to record it, and this whole like pandemic thing happened.
That weird blast.
It was really cool because it was kind of like my mom felt so bad at the time. She was like, "Dang it, my daughter's finally making money off comedy." Like she was like so excited.
Yeah.
She's like, "Okay, when's this happening? What are we really doing here?" You know that parent talk.
Yeah.
You're like, "It's happening."
Like, just be patient.
She's like, "Okay, you performing for 10 people is not comedy." No, she was always so supportive. I love
Did she come
her.
to your shows and things?
She hated it because I think it's hard for a parent. I'm not a raunchy comic. I can be kind of edgy sometimes or dark, but like, you know me, I'm not like a dirty.
Yeah, my dad would watch you. Because he doesn't watch me.
By the way, that sounds so weird, but it's fun.
Oh, yeah, that is. I'm going to say, my dad would really like you. That also is creepy. Anyway.
Right.
But
no, but my mom just like, I love, like, but I want you to be the funny kid, because if like I wasn't funny, like someone like she'd feel bad, or if you bomb or something, or like she didn't want to be like. It's hard for a parent to like. She had a dark sense of humor and like loved all the jokes, but like she wants someone else to say them.
Yes, that makes sense.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, my dad would think I was really funny if I was not his daughter.
It's hard to perform in front of your family and friends, and everyone always asks me that. They're like, wouldn't that be better? Like sometimes I hollow spirits even. I'm like, okay, I don't want all my friends here because it's like weird.
Because sometimes it is kind of
I like strangers.
Yeah, I do feel more comfortable. And then you don't feel like so put on that like you're in the spotlight. You have to do so well because your friends are here. And like, it's more pressure, but I'm getting past that.
And then, no, but I actually got breakout artists at Caroline's on Broadway. For all you people who don't know stand-up comedy, that's one of the biggest comedy clubs in the world. And sold out breakout artists in September 2019. And I was like... Yes. And I started getting booked, and I was like, okay, I'm going to record my album and this whole sports thing. And I mean, I'm going to talk about it, but I don't talk about it too much. But no, I do, actually, because now the internet just has ruined comedy in a weird way. Not saying that TikTok and memes and stuff, but it's like, oh, come on.
Oh, like just...
I don't know. Just sometimes I'm like, just all the materials out there,
Oh, yeah, everything.
Or everyone thinks they're a comic.
Everything's very funny, or everything you want to say is already like being said in some way in that fashion. Then you're like, no, I'm ripping off the internet. Like, you're not. Anyway.
But after my 10-year mark, and I started headlining, and I actually made this into a career, I realized that you have to focus on your niche. Like, you got to find your voice. So if like this is your thing, like you got to find your thing. And sports are my thing. They've always been my thing. And so I've really taken on this whole sports comedy thing, even though I still do stand up and not just, I don't do all sports material, but I am coming out with an all sports material album. Nice. I started because I just still think it's funny that men don't think women can know sports. Yeah. But I'm not an angry feminist. Like, I'm just like a strong woman in personality. And I just find it funny because I was raised by all women, and I've just always loved sports. And so I just think it's funny being in sports media. Like, I don't get defensive. I'm just like, they're like, name 3 players. Like, every guy asked me that, and I'm like, well, okay, what position? Like, I don't mean, what do you like? It's funny to me. So that inspired my comedy album. I recorded the first kind of draft of it during the pandemic, but then I'm finishing it now we can freely do things.
Ew.
Yeah.
How are you recording it?
I was doing it in Chicago. I'm planning on doing Chicago again because my producer for Part-Time Bro is actually there. Oh, okay. Really random, but yeah. So I was supposed to do a live. I was gonna record it live a couple times, in front of sports fans, and then cut it up. But then the pandemic, the week I went to Chicago, like shut down. So I recorded in the studio without anyone, and it was actually really cool. And I was very vulnerable, and I just shared all my favorite sports stories and moments. I love that. Yeah, it was really freaking cool. So we're going to take those raw edits of me just one-on-one with my producer, and then I'm going to do a couple live shows and cut it into an album. But it's all making fun of women and men sports fans because we are maniacs. Right, Larry?
They were even just talking today on 101.3 The Hustle. Yeah. They were talking about like, why WNBA they don't make as much money as like the, NBA. And
well, because the market. People don't understand it's a business.
They don't want the market. And they were like, saying, well, like the dudes think they can dudes want to see guys do things that they can't do. And they think they can do what women think. And that was a comment in there that was interesting. And then also, but there are sports that women, they were saying, get paid more in, like tennis. You've got
tennis, probably.
What else did they say?
I'm guessing combat or fighting.
Oh yeah, he was saying MMA and like
I would say fighting and
they make it.
Well, because it's not necessarily just maybe golf. I was just trying to think. I was trying to think of more endorsements and people, Maybe gymnastics. Well, just endorsements and sponsors and stuff. But people have to.
Soccer is getting bigger.
I don't
women.
get mad. I'm just excited that as stuff keeps evolving and growing.
Yes.
It's just a business at the end of the day, and you get more views. I don't care if you're a female or male comic. The person who gets views.
It's true. And how do you feel? Sorry, twisting that in from sports to just comedy in general. Good. I mean, you've been a female comedian in 2 huge cities that have comedy. How do you, I mean, I know how it is here, but people think that is a huge difference. How do you feel? Like, do you feel it is different? Do you feel like, and what are the differences? And have you had issues with that in your comedy, like of just guys in general being like hating.
Interesting thing about your girl part-time bro is I'm known as a host, which females are usually not hostess primarily.
It's true.
Do not cancel me, females, for doing that. I just think men in general get asked to host because they can be more relate to both.
Oh, okay.
Well, no, that's wrong.
No,
that's wrong. That's wrong.
You can say that with having like
I
not
think
like
with
bias,
my personality, I'm strong.
You relate to both.
I relate to both strongly, and I think I'm a people person. Like, I think a lot of comedians. I'm not saying they're all introverts, but I'm very extroverted. I'm very personable. I love people. I love life. I'm just like, I'm energy.
I love AMarie's energy, by the way. I also kind of brought you. I was like, come cheer me up. Just kidding.
So I think that's why I'm good at hosting, because I love stand-up. I value it.
Mm-hmm.
And so people are like, oh, like hosting's like my thing. But I also love doing I mean, there's two different. It's different. People think they can host, but they can't. We'll just put that out there.
I'm like, it's another beast. But I like hearing from. What is it? What do you think is the difference? Like, do you think that's just instilled in you though? Because
when you're host, the show isn't about you. When you're
being able to like control that both female and male energy, is just like
yep.
You have that gift.
And you have to be able to control a room, and it's not about you and your material. You have to make the room work.
Okay, yes.
And you have to be a strong comic. If you're not a strong comic, you can't host. I will say that. I don't care. Fight me. Everyone fight me on the internet.
I can agree, because you got to be quick.
You gotta be quick. You gotta be able to pick up, talk about anything.
You have to be able to read the room.
And it's not about you though. So like, if a comic does good, next comic. If a comic does bad, pick up the room, move on. You keep the show going.
I like that.
You manage the show. You manage the clock. You do everything, and I love that.
I like that tip. If somebody does well, keep the energy.
Yeah, because it totally sucks. Like, what if a comic does really well, and then you're hosting. You do a bad bit or something, you bring down the room again.
Up the energy,
it's not about you. And also, you have to get the room on your side. A lot of comics go in there with their tight 5 or tight 10. I'm like, okay, do material, but it's about the crowd.
Yeah, some people do like 5 minutes in between every comedian, and you're like,
yeah, or even the opening set. I'm like, this isn't a set, this is a hosting set, so it's way different.
I like that. And so in other differences, I'm just asking too, because so AMarie also puts on the all-women show, which we've needed for a while. And this isn't any poo-pooing the dudes. Love my boys here in town.
No, me too.
At all, but
I'm trying to come up with something different.
You and some other females moved to town, and not saying the ones existing before had like hated each other or anything, but like having a few of you guys move back, like. Or just move here in general, it's really got the camaraderie happening with the females, and I'm so thankful for you, like to you, for finding a spot that we can do it and like keeping it going and stuff monthly.
Right, and
every last Wednesday of the month, guys.
Yeah, next Wednesday we'll be there. Hollow Spirits, 7 p.m. Well, it's doors open at 7 p.m. Albuquerque does not understand time. So I just say 7 p.m. and then I'll probably start at 8. So we'll see what happens. It's just funny. Like 8, people are like, what time? I literally lie to everyone in this town.
Oh, to tell
when I was telling what time the show starts, I don't know if you noticed this, we would have 100 people there and then 50 people would show up halfway through the show. I'm like,
dude. Even in Santa Fe, it was so crazy. Like, I thought Santa Fe was maybe more on it than us. Nah, same thing. They said, like, 8:30 show or something. I think they said doors at 8, show at 8:30.
This is what
people started showing up. There were, like, 5 people. And then at, like, 8:25, people started filing in. We're like, okay, we're putting off the show. And we started at, like, 9 almost. But, I mean, it was better to wait because we ended up packing out the house. But it's also, like...
I'm not mad either. This is a learning curve for me.
Kids.
Like, I'm used to, like...
Give them treat me. Tell me to be here at 4, and I'll be here at 5. Wait, Larry's so quiet today. Where's his mic?
He's so quiet. I'm entertaining him.
You're entertaining me.
I'm entertaining him.
So where was going? So okay, Women in Whiskey Wednesdays.
And then the difference, we didn't even really answer the question. We started talking about hosting. This has been the problem with me, and this is why I'm trying to do with my brand, Part-Time Bros, because I'm trying to create a platform for women like me. I don't hate men. I love men. I don't think I'm treated unfairly, and people think this is weird. I've never felt threatened. I'm not saying guys haven't treated me badly. I'm not saying this is an ongoing problem. I'm just trying to figure out how to help everybody.
Yes.
Both sides.
Yeah, you're doing a good job.
I'm trying. But when I came here,
do relate to both. You're right.
I do relate to both, but everyone thinks I'm either against women or against men. That's not true.
Well, even like when people ask me like, what kind of comedy do you do? Who are you like? I'm like, I don't know. Like they're like, I like you seem like a Whitney Cummings type. I was like, not saying she's a man hater, but like she's a little bit of a used to more. But I was like, no, I'm for everybody. I hope. Like I think I have something for everybody because I grew up more of tomboy, almost more in the queers.
Well, yeah.
I'm a part-time bro. I'm a part-time bro like you.
Bi part-time bro or a queer part-time bro. I don't even. I get weird with labels these days.
I hate even labeling myself. I'm like, I don't know. I'm me.
I have a joke about that. People are like, "What do you identify as?" I'm like, a sports fan. That's what I do.
I love that. Yeah, but you have like good energy for both sides to see. So I'm time issue, guys.
So I'm trying to think of my actual point and come out here because I'm always getting nervous about getting canceled. I just love people. No, I just think it's funny because I also want to give advice to women out there. I'm not saying I'm the freaking know-it-all, but if you just coming back to my point, like focus on your niche. Like I feel like sometimes comics, men or women, feel like they have to be a certain kind of comic to be successful.
Yeah.
And if you're not yourself, you're not going to be successful. So I feel like girls they feel like they have to reach or like hit, like get dirty or like take it to that point. Mm-hmm. If you're just you and it's very simple, like just be you. Mm-hmm. And if it is really dirty or really clean or whatever, you just got to own who you are. I feel like girls feel like they have to be something they're not. Yeah, like it's crazy.
I've even said on here before I used to not say any sexual jokes at first because I didn't want to be labeled as this, but that's part of my life.
I wish I was as smart as like majority of the women comics out there because I'm not smart. I just I know some of my girlfriends are such good writers, but they'll like just talk about their period or something. I'm like, you're so much more than that, you know, or so you don't talk about sex or dating or period, but if you want to own it,
don't make it as like
own who you are, whatever you want to talk to.
I was talking to another female comedian too of like, don't make it a poor me, I'm a girl, or ew, I'm just a girl, and like, own it and be proud of that shit.
You're funny.
Have you guys ever heard of Rosebud
Baker? That's my girl.
She's
my girl.
She actually she had a bunch of dudes sending her foot fetish shit.
Yeah.
And like constantly talking about her feet. So finally she just used that as a joke, and actually it put her kind of on the map.
Yeah, like, I love Rosebud. Rosebud's
awesome.
a friend. Rosebud's a friend of mine. I actually got to do the Comedy Store with her. She's really cool. But one of her best friends is Corinne Fisher, and Corinne Fisher's one of my besties.
Oh, I love Corinne.
Yeah, I love Corinne too. But Rosebud, it's so funny because she's gonna be on Sam Morrill's documentary coming out, and she was on Bill Burr's stuff. And
is it Sam Morrill's documentary?
Oh yeah,
I think it's like a documentary or whatever.
I think it's already streaming on YouTube.
No, like it's a
comedy documentary.
It's a comedy documentary.
But it's done by Sam Morril?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's really cool.
There's a bunch of people.
Who else is involved? Is All Things Comedy involved in it?
Yeah, it's a bunch of comics. But I'm just saying, Rosebud, I just saw her clip, and it's really sweet.
I think I saw that on
she talks.
She has the like hair to hear this like
because she just got married and had a miscarriage.
Yes, I did see her on there. I didn't follow her, but I did like that because
she's awesome. She has a clip of her. Yeah, I'm so happy for Rosebud where she's at. She moved to LA, so.
Yeah,
okay.
But those feet thing, that whole foot thing,
so funny.
Blew her up.
You find something and lean into it.
Take it, lean into it.
I didn't know. It's not my thing, but people kind of know me for doing hippo jokes because I could do more. I have like a few that I do more lately, but I used to be able to do like 10 to 15 minutes on hippos. Haven't actually done it. And then people are like, you're the one that did the hippos and like whatever. I'm like, I don't know. It was a weird thing that I didn't think would be funny, and then people liked and remembered me for it. I was like, okay.
Think about
that and my dead mom jokes.
Yeah, so that's good though. You know what I mean? Like people know me as a sports girl.
Yes,
I'm known now as like.
And I like that you can turn all your stuff when I watch you. Like you'll be talking about just life, whatever. But you can, at least what I've seen, you flip it into a sports thing, kind of. Like you can always relate it back to your sports life, or like sports, which I think is really cool.
That's my overall goal down the road. Because comics used to tell me like sports are never going to work. I'm like, they will work if I'm funny. Mm-hmm. The key is to be funny. Funny is funny, and like when crowds are too loud, you're not funny.
Yes.
You shut up a room, you'll be funny. Like ambush shows are my.
Yes.
I mean, I'm good at Buck D, a couple personalities. We're really good at ambush shows, but people are like, oh, they're not being quiet. I'm like, be funny, and I'm not saying they're not funny. I'm saying
they're not controlling the energy with their funniness or with the like thing. That's something I'm trying to be more aware of too. Even like the slowing down, noticing the energy, actually embracing the silence. Somebody was saying too, like because you got them.
You have to embrace the silence.
And like for a while, I was like, I can't have the silence.
People
and
feel
now
like that's
I will
the
give
rush.
space. Yeah.
There's a difference between hitting. Because you should hit a certain amount of jokes, and there's timing and everything.
Yeah.
But it's also embracing the silence as a perfect mantra for comedy. Because just because it's silent doesn't mean you're doing bad.
You're doing almost good because you're actually like have everybody's attention.
So my trick, if no one's listening, or if they're just like, let's say a comic before me did poorly, or like let's just say it's just a bad room, I actually don't use a microphone.
Oh yes, I love when you do. Like yell to the crowd.
Why do you do that? I've seen you do that before.
Just for them to pay
Commands
attention.
the room.
Huh.
Trick I've learned, and then they listen to you.
Works,
It's
but you're
kind of
loud
like
enough.
Larry David used to do that back in the day when.
So
he
I
did
put down the
stand-up.
microphone until they listen to me.
That's what Larry David used to do back in stand-up in the 70s, the middle.
Oh wow,
early
that's
70s,
awesome.
yeah.
Well, so what I do is I literally, you see me, or if like they're not paying attention, or if I can't get a point across, and I just put the microphone down and it commands the room.
Mm-hmm.
Someone gave me a tip to do that. Yeah. Obviously, I'm a loud personality, but
just
I
for
literally,
a second
yeah.
Or
I don't say anything until they are all looking at me.
Yeah. I did that once at Inside Out because nobody was listening that night, and then I went into a joke about how everybody now either has ADHD or ASD. They're either on the spectrum or ADD. Which
no, you got to have a line. Yeah.
Like I went into that, but like I made it up on the spot because I'm like nobody's fucking listening. Like where's our attention span, people?
Yeah.
But never mind. There's nobody saying. It's just Patty saying bar vomit things. Okay, so.
Oh, is that a bad thing?
No, about your vomit story.
Oh,
I just
that's
hadn't
hilarious.
looked up there. I was so
okay, well,
engaged
thank
in
you.
your
I was like,
stories.
I was like,
so engaged in your stories.
This is so fun.
So you go out of town still, and you're like doing little mini things when you can, right?
Yeah. So I know. I don't know if we're wrapping.
Yeah.
What are we doing? Wrapping
I mean,
up?
we can't. Yeah, if we've
Yeah,
done an
well-
hour. I don't know what time you need to get out.
Well, I
here.
mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Girl goes bed early now, but you know, no, it's fine.
Responsible.
Responsible. No, I like it. It's really good. I also have to go record a Minnesota Viking podcast later on, but that's a whole nother story. I'm known as a Minnesota Viking fan and a football fan in general, and so I came up with this idea, and I always tell people about this idea, especially comics, because it doesn't have to be about football. You have to build a following. You have to build a cult. You have to focus on your niche. You can play 1,000,000 clubs and be passed at 1,000,000 clubs. It don't matter. No one's going to remember you the next day. No one is going to remember you.
There are those people that are so good that all the comedians talk about, but no people are.
You remember, like, if I know people are like, oh, remember that girl who said this joke, or the tall girl, the girl with brown hair? Like, no one. I'm not trying to be like this at a club. Like, you're not going to remember half the people you see. Anyways, I was like, all right, I got to start building a following. And sports are my thing, right? So what I started doing, I was like, all right, I'm going to create tours where I fall around the Vikings and I could fill a room with Viking fans.
Oh.
So I obviously stopped the last few years because of the pandemic, because it's just too unknown with these. Not with just how my team's doing, like just I feel like
bad year.
Everything's just changing constantly. But what I do is I'll look at the Viking when the Viking schedule comes out now. I did this and then I turned it into like an actual thing. Like in 2016, I looked at the schedule. I'm like, all right, we play the Patriots in Boston. We play the Eagle, whatever teams, right? I set up shows in Boston. I set up my tours around the Vikings. I do shows on Friday, Saturday, go to the game Sunday. I would fill the room because all around the country, there's Raider bars, Larry. There's team bars for everything. So like
there's Viking bars, I'm sure.
So like it's like a automatic bringer, right? I tell the Viking fan groups, I'm like, hey, I'm performing here because I'm known in the Viking community. I'd fill a room. For example, during the pandemic, week 2 we lost against the Colts. Let's not talk about it. But I got a guest spot.
So
I got a guest spot.
Early in the season.
I know, last year, during the
last
pandemic, 2020. And I did week 2, and Helium gave me a guest spot, and I had like so many Viking fans show up.
Oh, that's awesome.
And they're like, and I'm not the headliner. I just like brought a bunch.
Because
they're
you
like,
have
what? The owner was like, what?
Oh, that's fucking awesome.
So I'm
because you
saying-
are one of them in a sense. Yeah.
Right. So they support you no matter what.
I
Like,
like
you know what I mean? So after this, if the pandemic ever ends, I'm going to set all my tours up every fall around the Vikings. So I'll pick like 6 road games.
And you said you're not smart.
Not smart. I pick road games too to build my market. So like, because then a lot of people travel to and they have nothing to do. So it's a brilliant idea.
Dude, that's really smart. Good job.
School tours. Yeah. Coming to you soon. And name 3 players.
I want to follow bands, but not the Grateful Dead. So
exact. But that's what I'm saying. It could be.
But set up around
my whole
something.
point is you got to find your niche. I built a brand, a career, everything, because I started focusing on who I am and owning who I am. And I think a lot of comics are lost in that area.
Mm-hmm. I just have bangs and glasses. I think that's
okay,
all that people know me. I'm just kidding.
A Dario tour? I don't know.
I'm just kidding. No, but I find niches in different rooms because at the all-women shows, a lot of...
The Monument tour. You can go where all your dad worked.
Oh, I'll just go to... Oh, that would be great to do a national park. There's tourists there that want to do something. I'll just do it at an amphitheater on the rim of the Grand Canyon.
I wonder, could you pull that off?
That's an interesting thing. Probably.
That is a good idea.
No, I'm
because
saying
there's tourists, especially big parks. Well, there's like hella tourists.
People camping there.
Dude, I could do one on like because they have graduation on the rim of the Grand Canyon.
Think about this.
And have a whole thing.
Think about
Why
this.
could there not be a?
Every bar I go to, Viking bar I go
That's
to in the United States, from Boston to LA, there's 300 plus Viking fans that'll go to my shows. I mean, come on, think about it.
Yeah.
You could do fucking like jokes about the parks and shit. Like
I've had a couple. Do more about where I've lived.
Like the people
I really
that are
want
missing.
to try
They come
that.
up missing.
Oh my gosh, they just found another one. And Grand Tetons,
dude.
They're all.
Have you heard Andrew Schultz bit about it?
His new one? No.
No. About his national park joke.
No.
Oh my God! So
I need to look this up.
Oh my God! 551. He did 5 clubs, 5 sets in one night, just to show like the New York scene.
Nice.
He did 5 sets and 5 clubs, 5 sets one night, because that's what the New York scene is, right? And he did one on national parks. He's like, I've never been. He's a New York kid. He's like, I know animals were a real thing. I thought we just had Splinter, and like he goes to national parks. And
that's funny. The Statue of Liberty is a national park.
You know what I mean?
It's
like
true,
Yellowstone. He went to like Yellowstone.
The Lincoln Memorial. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yellowstone, but like parks.
Parks.
Like
and so like they taught you how to like. What if a bear comes? You know what I mean?
He's like, a junior park.
What do you mean, like on a tricycle? Like it's you gotta hear.
He's got a couple of those badges.
You gotta hear a joke. He's like, can I get a hot dog and a knish here? Like you gotta hear. It's a very New York joke, but it's very funny.
A bear on a tricycle. Oh, that's so good. I like that. I only have a joke about like.
No, but you should.
I need to do more national
But
parks.
I'm inspiring you,
look
right?
this up because you're right. There could be something
Seriously
to do now. Like Joshua Tree is really fucking popular.
I'm being serious.
Like, Joshua Tree is super popular. I've lived there. My dad.
Come on, there's be bar and restaurants.
My dad's like old school park ranger. They love him to death. Like,
that's what I'm saying. Start like once a year.
I could even talk to the concessions people that work there.
Dude, if they're willing to let the Rainbow Festival run through that motherfucker, they'd be able to put you up.
Okay,
shit.
fuck this. I'm tearing up national parks. Tour near you coming 2022.
I'm not joking. Like I'm serious.
I want to look into this.
Okay. Also, I was like, how can I go follow the Vikings? Think about this. I can go to 6 games now a year.
Yeah.
It's paid for because I do 2 shows. You're building your following. I mean, these people can relate to you in a way. They're passionate, or they like, whatever.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Well, they ever just feel like a familiar, like a family thing tied to you. So whatever you say, they're gonna love because they're like, we're a part of this.
But this is the key to success in comedy these days, and that's what I'm trying to tell people. Like, it's cool if you do the improv and Funny Bone and all this stuff, but like at the end of the day, it's like, who are you?
Look at Jeff Durham. Look
exactly.
at those guys have niches.
That's what I'm saying, though. That's what I'm saying.
I'm the queer girl with. Yeah, I need to do no more national park jokes because people are always interested in that, and I'm like, it was just my life for more than life.
Okay,
especially the new with the blonde white woman,
fuck,
top shelf white woman.
Yeah, dude, I'm gonna do something about murder being. Oh, I shouldn't tell people. Murder is like kind of like legal and part of like Yellowstone and shit.
Oh boy, I can't wait.
Fun times. That's interesting. Yeah, I'm just a hippo loving queer girl.
So just look into that, by the way.
Whenever I mention at the all women shows, I'm like LGBTQ, all the like. Gay women come up to me afterwards.
Or just women, they love it.
Yeah, they're just like, or the straight girls who think they want to go that way.
Or they want to.
And they're just kidding
like,
me.
We're going to leave
just a waste
Chad.
of my fucking time.
We're leaving Chad.
They're never leaving Chad.
Yeah,
they're never fucking leaving Chad. My dick is not as good as Chad's.
That's not true.
Just kidding.
I'm not going to say otherwise, but.
Oh, fun times. Oh, man. Okay, so we have, what are we plugging?
Next week, Women in Whiskey. That's September 29th, I'm guessing. Yeah. That's a week from now. 7 p.m. I only do tickets at the door because for some reason that works better than selling tickets in advance. Albuquerque is a weird place.
Get
I
confused.
sell out.
Mm-hmm. People don't think, if they see that you can buy it online, they think you can't buy it at the door. I've literally had people be like, hey, can I buy it at the door still? Because I saw your show. I'm like,
I don't tell what time it's at, and it's $5 at the door. Come at like 7. Have some nice drinks. Have a charcuterie board.
They have really good food and really good drinks there. The owners are all super sweet.
Again, if you like sports or just, it's kind of entertaining between me, Jeff, my co-host Jeff, JJ, and I. Sports Animal, the OD and the AM, 7 a.m. to 10 a.m., 610 a.m., 95.9 FM in Albuquerque, but you can stream it everywhere, which is awesome. Yes. And then, I'll have other stuff, but that's all I want to promote right now.
Podcast or anything?
Never Met a Stranger podcast. Really my mom always told me I never met a stranger, so now I just have random ass conversations, kind of like this, but like it's more like a lifestyle blog about my life. I kind of every week I say what's going on in my life, and then I have a random ass conversation with someone.
I like it.
Like,
I've been listening to those.
We had Kyle on this week, my boyfriend.
Oh, I need to listen to that one.
And I was drunk on the podcast, so
I want to hear Kyle.
Oh my
Kyle's so sweet.
Kyle's so cute.
Why can't we all have Kyles?
Oh my god! And that's like
his
the
name
Karen.
Kyle,
by the way, I know because everyone thinks
Kyle's
that's like the equivalent to
Karen.
But
dude, Kyle Merrill was watching. With shout out to Kyle. Anyway, sorry, but the Karen Kyle. Wait, what did somebody say? Carbon Cannon
just played a breakdown in break room in Yosemite for concessions cleaning, and says it's the greatest show he ever played.
Carbon Canyon, a band from that's interesting. Cool. And there's a band from Tucson, a friends of ours.
Dude,
that's my sister. But
I'm not kidding,
band.
Dude. I'm not kidding you. I'm not. You're onto something. I would.
You guys help me. I don't even know where this came from. Like, it's gonna be my niche. Because I like doing a lot of jokes about animals too. Like I have fucking jokes about how animals mate.
Dude,
and like,
do you know how much of a market that is?
It's just a lot of mating animals.
Huge
from
following.
Dragonflies to sharks.
Okay, that's. My NFL is your animals. I'm telling you
that's interesting.
That you got to focus on your market. You'll have a million followers, dude. You could wear the hat and like.
I'll be the Steve Irwin of comedy. Bindi Irwin of comedy.
Yes, please do it. You think I'm kidding?
No, I think you're kidding. But I'm
getting paid full time.
My brain is churning already. It's like
people are paying me full time to talk about football now, and like benefits. I mean, I was just talking about fantasy football in the green room and comedy, and here I am.
That's amazing. People even have paid you to do their fantasy footballs too, right?
Yeah. People have paid me to do their fantasy football drafts.
You think she doesn't know her shit? She knows her shit. She knows
sometimes
her shit.
But as a sports fan, I think Larry can agree with me. You think you know, but like we're impatient. Sports fans are the biggest hopeless romantic maniac.
That's true.
Manic, impatient people I've ever met. Like we want it now, and like you think you know. That's why
I was dying at the last.
It's such a crazy relationship. It's almost like a toxic relationship between
it's
the
just
fan
like
and the team.
Toxic love.
Yeah.
And it's like the ups, the downs. It's like great sex. You don't want to break up.
Yeah.
And then like beer and nachos.
And beer and nachos. Have you cried before because of football?
Oh,
no, I've never
cried, I have.
I've screamed a lot. A lot of screaming.
Oh, yeah.
By the way,
I was thinking my dad's like dying or something, and it's just the Cowboys losing again.
Yeah, and then still think. Well, they won last week. So your dad would be happy. This is just my last plug, actually. Now, Larry, this is fun for you too as a producer. The Sports Animal, the radio station I work for, we're the home of the Denver Broncos and the Raiders. Las Vegas, I'm having a hard time still calling them Las Vegas Raiders. Sorry. Las Vegas Raiders here in Albuquerque. And so we not only cast the games on our radio station, we do promos and watch parties. Oh, cool. So I'm hosting the Raiders Den, the new home of the Las Vegas Raiders in Albuquerque, our Bourbon and Boots downtown. Oh shit! I know if you're from Albuquerque, maybe you won't go downtown, but it's funny that you live downtown. But it's funny you live down there, and I live down there now, pretty much with Kyle. So it's like funny.
Like 3 blocks away.
Well, I'm like a Heights girl growing up, but it's like funny how much time
I love that area downtown that we're at too. He's like 3 blocks away from me.
Okay, but it's just so funny that I live downtown and like work. But Bourbon and Boots is the new home of the Raiders, and let me tell you, Larry, It was so fun. And now I'm doing the promo for Sports Animal. I'm commentating, socializing the Raiders game this Sunday. I'll be there from 1 to the game and whatever.
Fuck
but
yeah, guys,
Bourbon and Boots, Central and 4th.
That sounds like a fun time.
By the way, the drink specials are freaking amazing.
I kind of want
basic
just go
bar
for
food.
Didn't
fun.
the Raiders have a bye this coming up week?
No.
They're playing who?
Miami. So basically, yeah, you have a bye week because Tua's out.
Why did I think they had a bye week this week? Because I know we're playing.
You're playing
Chargers
Miami Dolphins
after the next week.
You're playing the Miami Dolphins. But yeah, so no, it's gonna be fun. Yeah, here go. See, she's already she's focusing. She's focusing on her niche. She's focused on her niche. But yeah, so we're playing the Dolphins. Tua's out. And actually, fun fact, insider I got today. No one believes me, but you've heard it here first on Carla V Thinks Out Loud. Deshaun Watson's going to the Miami Dolphins. Got inside take today, so that's fun fact for you all. And so I'll be at Bourbon and Boots doing the Raiders game on Sunday, and it's like real Raider fans. Like, you guys are freaking scary. Like,
Raiders here, because everybody
like
here is
Slayer
either
oh my god. Okay, so like
Cowboys fans are like the Cowboys of here, and then the Raiders fans are
Cowboy
like the
fans are delusional. And
the Raiders fans are
douchey.
the same people that go take their low riders downtown on Sunday.
Dude.
Like they're like,
okay, now,
the Mexicans are the Raiders.
Okay,
They're
now
like the
there's
hardcore
big mix. You're kind of stereotyping right now.
They're hardcore though.
My favorite part though in Albuquerque is no one wears a jersey that's relevant.
They're all like 20 years ago
Albuquerque
Cowboys.
sports fans.
They're like Troy Aikman or something.
Very good, very good.
I was a Cowboys fan in the 90s.
No one has a relevant jersey in Albuquerque. It's my favorite part. I'm like, dude, it's 2021. I mean, I have throwback jerseys, but no one. People are still.
Right. That's funny.
People are so drunk. They're still thinking they're watching those players on the.
It's still like the fight between the LeBron and Michael Jordan, like sort of shit. I'm like,
it's funny. But I'm telling you, these Raider fans were just screaming of excitement. I'm like, a negative or positive play. That was my favorite part. Like, you lost a yard, they were like, yeah! I'm like, that wasn't, you lost yards.
Do you understand the rules? I
was like, I think this is my new favorite fan base. They were just like, and then like they were playing the Steelers, and they're like, fuck the Broncos! And I was like, I love this bar right now. And it was so fun.
The same bar?
It was so fun because Kyle and I went because like they had DirecTV, the NFL ticket, so we had his game on. I didn't play till the 2:00 game, and just like we're playing the Steelers, and just every like 5 minutes here, fuck the Broncos.
They hate him that much. Oh my god.
Fuck Elway. I'm like, yeah, it's 2021.
Elway. Oh my god.
I mean,
I know. That was my days of watching football.
But that was my. I was like, I love this fan base so much, and they all came in there. Hi.
So do you have to, when you do that, do you have to be like a Raiders honorary fan?
No.
Or do you just like?
No, I'm just a football fan, and I'm the
because you're like corresponding.
It's kind of like hosting.
I guess that's true. Well, like if you don't have to be biased if you even like host a fucking like on the radio or anything. That's true. Right. God damn it, Carla, think straight. But that's so much fun. I almost want to go just to like see the like. It almost like
$3 beers. $3 beers.
I could walk there. It's done. That'll be my
$3 beers.
I might be. Wait, Sunday.
They put bacon in your Bloody Marys. I'm like, I'm sold.
Bacon in the Bloody.
Anyways, just come. All right,
come out.
We're good.
We're gonna do that after we wedding it up on Saturday. Mm-hmm. We're gonna wedding it up. Congratulations to Sarah Kennedy and Kelly Trapnor getting married Saturday, and Carla has a crazy day because I was in the 48-hour film fest, so I might stop there for like 10 minutes, say hi to the peeps, go straight to the wedding, and then I have a show at 8:30 or 8-ish. So I'm like, and then after that, going back with Sarah and them to Red Door. Are you going to Red Door after?
We'll see where AMarie's at. By the way, let's see where AMarie's at that wedding.
I want to tell you where because you guys might crash. Fuck you.
Okay, so
I don't want any school shooters at the wedding.
Why would I go there?
Why would you? Why is my brain that dark to
go there?
Why
are you saying that? Okay, Carla, let's not say that. Okay,
Carla's
but anyways,
doing great, guys.
I'm doing I'm golfing with Sarah and Kelly's family on Saturday morning.
On Saturday morning, right?
We're
I saw the golf thing. I'm like, that's
so
cute. I knew you would be there.
Of course, AMarie and Kyle are going.
I secretly want to golf because I'm fucking good at like precision shit, like mini golf, darts, pool, like any sort of thing. You have to get the thing.
Golf
in the hole.
is not easy, dude. Well, I know,
but I want to try it because it seems challenging and fun, and I don't want someday.
You will hate golf.
Oh, I like but the precision.
It's like being with a toxic dude. You fucking keep going back, and you're like, why am I going to
football fan?
The you up at 1 a.m.? That's golf.
Oh, maybe I don't want to do it. Yeah. That was skateboarding for me for a while. I was like, fuck you, every pebble in the road that every. Anyway. Could go off on that. Okay. Part-time bro. Part-time. We have all the things.
Part-time bro. Never Mind Stranger podcast. Sports animal. Never. I got things.
I want to say too before a closing thought. I've never done this on here, but just because I had a funky week, I was in a little bit of a funk, guys. Honestly, I changed my hair. A girl has a funk when they're changing their hair. It's like the first fucking thing. I wanted it to be a purple tint, and now it's like, who knows what is happening.
I think it's pretty.
It did something weird. That's fine. But I do, I want to ask you, what is something that you're grateful or thankful for in this, like, last week? This happened.
I am
just a gratitude moment.
Like I say always appreciative. That's my adjective.
That too.
I think being appreciating is more positive. I feel like thankful is the opposite of being positive. I think I know it sounds weird, but I'm all about mindfulness.
No, that does make sense.
I'm not thankful. I'm appreciative.
Thankful is expecting that it wasn't going to happen, and you're like, oh, I have to.
Or you're guilty, or you're whatever. I'm so thankful for you. I'm so appreciative. So the intention, this is where my mindfulness.
Yes.
And this is where I think it's so key. People can make fun of me all the time. It's so important how we think and what words and whatever we put out. I'm not saying you have to be all hippity dippity.
No. I like that. I'm like, not to be all weird, but no.
I've never appreciated my health more than I have. I'm serious. Like I'm back in the gym. I've had a weird 6 months, and I'm just like very appreciative for my like body.
Yeah.
Like I think as people, we because of society and whatever, and like I was so hard on myself, and I think as women, I'm sorry, more than men. I don't care what they say.
No, it's true.
So hard on my body because I've been through so much stress the last 6 months, on and off. Losing a lot of weight, gaining, losing, whatever, and like not
fluctuating is so hard,
and being not in my routine, and what we put in our body. So I've never been more the human body's amazing. I just appreciate the human body, whether you're having a good or bad week. Our bodies are incredible.
It's true,
and we need to love them more, no matter where we're at.
I love that.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing. I like the appreciation because I always tell people in text, I'll say thank you, but I always say like I appreciate you.
That was the margarita before this.
I appreciate
I appreciate you, body, for taking in all this tequila and now White Claw. Thank you.
I did. I will say something on here. I did have one yesterday, but it had been a while. Nobody knew. So I've smoked off and on throughout the years, and like
weed.
When I smoke weed, everybody knows that. But cigarettes.
What?
Cigarettes, like, I smoked off and on throughout, like, since I was, like, 21.
Don't do it.
And I quit again in this last week. Yesterday I had one, but I hadn't had one in almost a week. And I was proud of myself. So that was cool. But my actual appreciation moment, I have two, because you're talking about the body. Last year I had a lot of impending doom with some, like, health issues. We'll get to that later. But I was very thankful that now, like, I can wake up. Been getting up earlier, trying to like go for a walk right away, and Angel Lopez, shout to him for letting me take his dog and paying me for it because I just like go on hikes with her. I want one, so I just steal, but I don't have time for one, so I just like steal other people's. So I'm grateful for that, and I'm also very, very, very appreciative that I got to see Jackson Brown this week. Not many people know who he is. 70s, 60s, 50s, well, he started in the 60s, early 60s, a singer-songwriter, rocker, whatever from that era. He was 73 and fucking killed it, dude, at the Kiva like auditorium. And I went and I saw my cousin and my uncle went, and then my dad had given me his tickets, and last minute was canceling. Then he ended up going, and I am also appreciative for that because the last time I saw my dad, there was a little bit of a rough spot, and I think that concert was like a really good bonding thing for us.
Love it.
So I'm sorry. Thank you guys for listening to that. carlavthkinscomedy.com. We'll be here next Wednesday at 6 p.m. with Kurt Fletcher.
Love Kurt.
Yeah, love Kurt next week. And then the following week we'll have Cody Dove, which will be fun. A Second City improv actor, comedian, all of that jazz. Larry's the best. Double L Media. Patty's the best.
Thanks, squad.
Patty actually, you placed third at the fair, isn't it? Beautiful.
Wow.
Look at Twisted Arbor. Look up Twisted Arbor. I'm just turning for
Look it up.
I feel
beautiful.
like I'm doing like a QVC sale right now. Please look up this. Oh, it's made of.
We only have 200 left, guys.
We only have 200. Please jump on before you can't buy this anymore. Do you see this green texture here? It feels great on my fingers. Okay. I'm getting creepy and it's going into more phone sex voice. Yeah. So,
thanks for having me on. All right. I got to go.
Yeah. All right. We got to go. Carla V Thinks Out Loud every Wednesday live, 6 p.m. Anywhere you can stream stuff. This is AMarie Castillo, part-time bro. Look her up. Carla Vasquez. Have a good night. Thanks, Larry. Thanks, Patty.